Hey there, friends. I'm Deandra Wardell, and I'm just here to share a reflection or two, maybe three. I'm going to try to keep this short, from today's KataCon7 experience, day 2. So before I get into that, I just want to level set to make sure everyone understands what is KataCon. So KataCon is a conference, is hosted by Lean Frontiers, and it's an opportunity for those members of the Kata community who are practicing the steps of the improvement in the coaching Kata. So either they're a learner and they have a target condition, and I was saying they, but let me switch that to we, because we all are improvers. We're always in a state of learning, but we all have a target condition that we're working towards. And we're using scientific thinking and the steps of the Kata to help get us to that target condition. Because here's the thing, and this is true in life, no matter where we are, whether it's in business or, whether it's for-profit or nonprofit, whether it's in education, government, no matter where we are, we all have a current condition and we all have a target condition. We all have a current state. We all have a future state that we're trying to reach. And the Toyota Kata gives us a way to get to that target that we're aspiring to achieve. So at KataCon, it's an opportunity for those who are practicing as learners and for the coaches who are working with the learners to make sure that we are following the steps of scientific thinking, that we're not jumping to conclusions and not making assumptions, but that we're making a hypothesis, and then we run the experiments. We go out and test, and we take what we learn from running that experience, and then that helps us to determine what's the next small step we can take. So, KataCon is something that we look forward to. And it doesn't matter if you've been in this community for a number of years, or if you're brand new, or if you're what we call Kata curious, and that, you may have not yet had the opportunity to practice, but you're interested in learning. Well, that is who gathers. Those are the folks who gather for this experience that we call KataCon. And it's very engaging. It's very warm. It's very spirited. And to be honest, an obstacle that a number of us, we're looking at as a potential obstacle going into this year's conference is, how would we have that same experience? How would we have that same warmth that we usually have in person? But what do? We applied the Kata to KataCon. And there are all kinds of experiments and tests that we've been running, and this has been a fabulous experience. So the presenters have been so creative, not only in the content that they share, but the way in which they present. And might I add, those who are presenting this week are some of the greatest thought leaders, not just in the Kata community and not just in the continuous improvement community, but in a number of industries. Healthcare, manufacturing, nonprofit, education, you name it. People are coming from a variety of backgrounds to share their experience. And the presentations today, as yesterday, were simply phenomenal. No such thing as death by PowerPoint happening at KataCon. And then, the other part that makes all of this a success is, the planning that Lean Frontiers put into this, all the work that team has done behind the scenes, the presenters, the work that they've done and getting prepared to share some really engaging and thought-provoking keynotes. But then the participants, at one point in time today, I looked at the participant count on the Zoom toolbar. We were close to 200 people on Zoom. And the conversation was lively and engaging. People were interacting with the presenters. They were sharing, their experiences or some articles that they've read or books that they recommend reading. And then, it was very inclusive. So if someone said, hey, I'm new, I need a coach, the chat box would just light up with coaches raising their hand to say, hey, I'll be happy to coach you. And the thing that was neat about it, the person's, the learner did not have to be in the same state or even the same country as the coach. People were eager to help. And that is, that is a takeaway from today. People are eager to help. Those who are practicing the Toyota Kata are so eager to help. And another theme today, the theme was very futuristic. And what I mean by that is, often we say that we create the future we want to see. And of course, we don't know the exact path. COVID taught us that last year. There's no way to predict, but we certainly can have a vision for how it is we want our world and our workplaces to be, and we can work towards that. So, today was another high energy day. It was just amazing. And that's all I had to say. So one of my good Kata friends, my Kata brother, Sam Morgan, challenged me and asked that I provide kind of my end of day synopsis of what took place at KataCon. So that's it. Totally unscripted. Here it is. I hope it makes sense. I hope you enjoyed it. But here's the takeaway. Whether you are at KataCon7, whether you practice the Toyota Kata or you're Kata curious, this is what I hope you glean from these videos. Is that, right now we're in times of uncertainty. And people often say, I can't wait till we go back to normal. What is that? When have things ever been normal? When have we been able to predict exactly how we want things to be? It's just not the case. And obstacles are going to get in our way. We know that. But, the mentality we take in the continuous improvement community, we get excited about obstacles. We get excited when we're in that threshold of the unknown and uncertainty, because that's when we get to learn. And then the other part of it is we know that we're never alone. There's always a coach. There is always, for every learner, there's a coach. For every coach, there's a learner. And we're not alone on this journey of, creating this future we want to see. So, I ended today feeling just very inspired, very hopeful, and can't wait to see what happens at day 3. But whatever happens, trust, I'll be back to share it in a video. So if you have not done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So there should be some red words down at the bottom of the screen that say subscribe with a little bell. And that way you'll get an alert. And, and I'm having fun doing these. And I love talking about the Kata. And I think I may start doing some more of these videos. Who knows? Just running some experiments. But in summary, today has been a great day. So happy KataCon7 week. Happy KataCon7 day 2. And I'll see you tomorrow.